Svanoli. It's very nice to have you here. There have been many sessions that have taken place so far today, but something that has repeatedly been mentioned is the COP28 twin decisions, and energy efficiency plays a big role in that, right? So I was specifically curious to hear from you, being the minister in Kosovo, what are some of the initiatives and policies that you are trying to implement to increase energy efficiency, if you will?
Indeed, energy efficiency is one of the key pillars of our energy strategy. And while we are working on introducing new building standards and energy performance standards for the future, the problem is more immediate also. So we need to work on two lanes. And in the meantime, we are working to improve energy efficiency currently in the economy. For us, this means improving the efficiency in our stock of inefficient buildings, but also inefficient heating appliances. These are the two areas that are causing most inefficiencies in our system. Therefore, these are the primary areas where we are working to increase efficiency with the view of decarbonizing. We have started by improving energy efficiency in public buildings. Over the last 2-3 years, we have implemented energy efficiency measures in over 150 public buildings to lead by example. And of course, they are easier to start with as a scheme. This means that energy consumption in these buildings has decreased by up to 70%.
Wow, and
creating also savings, just through energy efficiency, creating savings for schools, municipalities, for the government, which can be used in other ways, more productive ways, and of course also contributing to environment protection. This has been followed by a scheme for the residential sector. Last year, for the first time, we have supported over 2,000 households to implement energy efficiency measures in their homes, which from an administrative point of view has been more complex, but it's something that has worked out very successfully and something that the people have really appreciated. On the other hand, we have developed, particularly in light of the crisis, I'd say we made really, taken really this opportunity of the crisis to use it to increase awareness for energy efficiency, but also to boost investment in energy efficiency. So another way we're doing that is by subsidizing efficient heating appliances, such as heat pumps, but also others. In the winter of 2022-2023, we subsidized 10,000 families, which have on average saved about 19% on electricity consumption. And we've seen that that also has raised awareness, and we've seen that the imports of heat pumps, for instance, have doubled and tripled over the years, whether for other appliances it is decreasing.
Maybe if I can tap into that, because you tap into an essential point, right? Which is always also the awareness raising surrounding it, and how do you sort of get renewable energy generation to accelerate, to increase? You need some convincement and persuasion there as well. Can you maybe share a bit more on, because I like the examples, do you have more examples or things you can share on strategic plans that you have to sort of make sure that you promote sort of the widespread adoption also of renewable energy sources?
So while this has increased awareness, and we have actually expanded these schemes also for other appliances, and in all the instances we see that people are all of a sudden talking about energy coefficients, looking at the labels, which they weren't doing before, which is great. But on the other hand, we need to make sure that also these are sustainable and financially sustainable. So for instance, one example that I could share here with the rest, one very good example is our Kosovo Energy Efficiency Fund, which is an institution which works on a revolving basis, wherein municipalities or other institutions can effectively take a grant and then implement the investment, and then they pay through a period of 15 years. They basically pay out of the savings that they are having from these energy measures. They contribute back to the fund, and this means that the fund can sustain itself with some minor support to continue other investments in the future.
Right.
And we are working on a similar model for the residential sector, which is of course even more challenging. But with the experience that we have, we are confident that we are getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how those are also grassroots initiatives that you would also need that local perspective in there to bring them about. We are flying through time, Minister Risvanolis. I really want to thank you. Thank you for doing the good work, I should say, and for sharing these examples, because I think, as you said, leading by example, but it's also examples that are so concrete like these that are being shared that really help bring perspective also perhaps to other municipalities, countries, places, people. So thank you so much for that.